Hello YouTube. After the yesterday race, it looks like I am back into the Murica car. And since Silverstone is the other track on the LFM calendar this week, I will try to start with this one. So let's see. Inner tires a bit hotter. I mean colder, outer tires hotter, so push the starting pressure around a bit and
green light, go, go,
let's
go.
make a few laps. Also, I have to get shaken back into this car, driving this angry American monster. So I did not check our target times. Give me a second. Silverstone 101% is 18.1, 102% is 19.3. So we aim 18 something. As a fast track, it's not my favorite, neither my like good track for me, but I will do my best. Oops. As always, first we should get a few laps in to set the tire pressures. I use my base setup. A bit quiet. Also, since we don't have that much curbs on this track, I will zero the TC1 and increase the TC. I mean zero the TC2 and increase the TC1. I put the TC2 onto the base setup because of the torque of the engine. Oops, that's not flat out. Torque of the engine, it tends to spin the tires on bumps, and TC2 at 1 just stabilizes it a bit. That turn-in was a bit weak. Could definitely use more turn-in under braking. Bit snappy there. So probably less snap but more consistent tail brake high speed. Tires are still going around, so let's take one more lap, probably without big issues. I mean, issues which would affect tires. We definitely need a lot more on throttle rotation, high speed rotation. Turn 1 and the exit of turn 4 was too muted. And this one here too. In 963, though it was invalid due to first corner. So I feel some bouncing, so probably the rear bump stops are too low. The range, I mean. It's a high speed track, probably the downforce pushing it into the range where the bump stops start to be an issue. But Motec will show that. So it wasn't horrible to drive, I just know it does affect tire life.
This is the US.
3,000 difference. Okay, let's check Motec for tire pressures first. I will show it to you just a second. Okay, we did not have loss and we need 5 less on the front left and 2 plus on the front right. So each part of the track it was the front right can do 3 plus, just 2. And at the rear We had some loss, but otherwise we need 2 and 1 and 2. So I just did that on the setup while I was showing it to you. Let me save it as our first iteration. Also check the tire life. 5, 2, 1, 3. It seems like we could use a tiny bit of... So less at the rear and 1 less at the right to have a very slight asymmetry. That will help us in the fast right-handers and will make the right tires be a bit better on the tire life. They are not the issue because usually it's the outside tire, but they will wear more evenly. Also, let's check that bump stop. Yeah, there were some eating into the rear at those high-speed corners. I will decrease the rear. I increase the rear bump stop range a tiny bit, compensate with a bit more rate. And I also will increase our rake a lot and the rear wings, so it won't be snappy, but when we tail brake in the fast corners, it will rotate more. And the wing will make it less snappy, hopefully. So those were a few changes. And I would like to test now. That's mad at the front. We need 1 whole PSI less on the left than the right. So I did not check the temperatures. Probably as a fast track with a lot of straights, we can do brake drag 2 here. But we will see. Oh, and the DC. Did not change that either. Never mind. Yeah, the on throttle is not good yet, but we still have very low tire pressures. Also, I did not change that almost at all. I mean, it did change, but I compensated the bump stop range increase with rate increase. A bit less bumping around. Completely missed the turn again. Shifting here to avoid oversteer. I think we can max out the rake, because the turnings are not snappy at all. This car needs all the rotation it can get. At least I'm consistently slow on this track. Though if I would have some rotation in that corner, that would help. Other parts of the track so far are getting better. Apart from my driving. As expected, the car is very fast on this track. I have to make that turn more V-shape. Okay, let's recheck the tires. They were pushed a bit more now. Fronts are -1, both rears are perfect, basically. So fronts are 1. So I will change the brake bias and the TC, and as I say, the max rake. Hey Vaggalis, how are you? Good evening to you too. Also, I did not check the dampers at all. Keep with me. They look a bit underdamped. Other than that, it's sort of symmetric, so it's not horrible. I would say at the front we need, front and rear, we need fast dump and more bump, both and probably I go one higher everything. And as I said, we need much more, like 300 more bucks to operate at the rear. So I will check how much it eats into the travel. It's much better. The bottoming out here is gone basically completely. So 8 is a good range. So more rate dampers done, a bit more rake. Also, I was using the last tire, stupid me. Electronics fixed. Sounds like a plan. So let's drive a few more laps. Easy in the first lap. Even more V-shape. So I can be back on the power much earlier. Still understeer there. Although my tires are still not up to the pressure, so don't judge it completely yet. Players getting better. Maybe I'll try to push the next lap. The she's on this track, my skill is a huge limiting factor, so it's a bit hard. Fuel understeers like hell there. Great exit there. That's not good. Too early turning. I think max swing is just not the way to go here. Which is weird because Silverstone is an aero track. At least I did those corners right now, sort of. Increasing the dampers did make the car much more stable in high-speed parts, like it does not dive as much, it does not let the rear lift as much, even braking. So I can decrease the wing back without having issues. But first I will check the voltage again. Yeah, dampers are better. They look much more dampened. And tires are a little bit high at the front right, but at the straight it's not an issue. So I will increase the rear pump stop rate even more. And as I said, I decrease the wing. Let's try the other not sort of extreme, but a bit very different change. So 6-wing and still a lot of rake, because with these dampers the car is not snappy, but you will see. Tail life is decent. That's very weird. Fronts are basically well protected. The rears are as is. Still a first, probably even the second one will be easy-ish. Oh yeah, the car is much more alive now, with less rear ring. V-shape. That's a bit better. Delta is decreasing. Probably we gained some straight line speed with the last wing. Better rotation and exit. And tires are still not up there yet. There was a tiny bit of snap, but it was not a losing traction snap, just some sudden increase of rotation, but it was not worrying at all. So far that looks fine. Oh yeah, V-shape is much faster there. Way better rotation there. I lifted a bit because I thought I don't have enough rotation, but I should have not. How could I gain that much speed there? My best lap. Oh. That's how. I was all over the place. Was probably a bit too much race shape. Oh yeah. Okay, max swing was much faster. So back to max swing. I will go extreme. Less range, max rate, and I will also increase the rear wheel rate by 1. This will stiffen up the rear, make the car more like dynamic rake will be more. Other than that, I won't touch anything else yet. So it was like back to Evo 2 be doing, and some changes. My issue was with Evo 2 is that the max swing I did not get enough turn in, for example turn 1. It was way too planted. But the car was so much faster in a few factors. With 8 wing I just cannot neglect that. Full tires, but the turning was much better there. Also gained a 10th here. I will lose some of it in the straight due to flatter tires are slower in the straight. Turn 1 with mediocre tire pressures. Understeer on the entry, decent at the exit. Yeah, the exit rotation is much better with the bump stops now. Hey, humans. Thank you for asking. I am fine. A bit tired due to university, but I'm serious. And you? The setup can take turn 2 turn 3, sorry, much faster. So stable you can just basically throw it in. Also due to the huge rear wings, probably acts as a brake wings, like on planes. I can just coast into those turns. Too much. Off-road tested. Off-road approved. Oh, hello. What's up, guys? Since when you do pit stops in training? Never mind. They are practicing too. So let me just check the bump stops in the rear, because maybe with the increased V rate I can go even lower in the rear range.
Come on, go, go, go.
Yeah. There were no eating into the rear. So even more or less. Oh, something happened. Sorry. Something happened with my VR. Just let me check. Fix my FOV. Okay. So 6 range for even better high-speed turn in, and oh, I didn't check the. Oh yeah, the pressures are very high, so 3 brake ducts are a must here. Apart from that, the setup was good. Like, this would help a bit. Dampers were fine already. I would say I set it as 5 with the first tires, and hop into the color session, see what lap this setup can be pushed, and also set the tires up for the cold session. Plus 6, 7, but since I will decrease the brake ducts, I will decrease the outside by 2 and the inside by 3, because the insides are heated more by the brakes, the outside are heated more by the track. So that would be somewhere in the well, let's increase all of them by 1 more. That will be somewhere in the range to start with. So let's clean up all the iterations. 5 is very good. I only keep 4. Although I know what I changed, it's just easier to roll back to 4 whenever I want.
Green light, give it all you got.
position. Oops. I was scratching my arm. Did not pay attention that there's a wall incoming. No damage. Yes, I will make setup for Red Bull Ring somewhere in the weekend. Also Alton Park, because those are on the calendar. Also I will release my Aston Martin Red Bull Ring setup. I have that already since I raised it on. I just did not have time or forgot or both to release it. So it will be 90% probability that it will be up before LFM calendar ticks to the next week. Also, I am pretty sure this car will be mad fast on the Red Bull Ring, because that's a super fast track. Should be a bit more careful with the tires on first lap, but it's so good to push this car. It really likes pushing the hell out of it. I mean, you have to trail brakes super deeply into the corners, power out super early, because the car lacks off-throttle rotation. So you need any of those inputs in order to rotate the car and be fast with it. The thing is, I have a very love-hate relation with this car. I love the sound. I love that it drives like this, so it's the definition of slow in, fast out, do a lot of trail braking, those sort of things, which I really like to do. But it's a bit annoying that they will bop it to hell, because very fast drivers can make uber fast laps with it probably. And many of the normal drivers like I am will suffer because of that if we want to race it in a custom boat championship or league or LFM. It's the same with the Audi, although I don't love the Audi. I used to love it in 1.8, but whoever likes it, he just suffers because some of the aliens can really extract like mad pace out of it on hot laps, and LFM judges POP by hot laps, so hot lapping cars are suffering. Also, this car will be a nightmare to race against because of the slow in, fast out. Park it on the apex will really make it hard to overtake. Still understeer there. I probably have to turn in a bit later and snap it in more with some braking, or more braking, I mean. Great line, we gained 6 tenths. That was weird. I've got some notification on my laptop and I don't know what it was. My streaming laptop, I mean. There's probably no laptop available which can do proper VR. Well, there is, but those are not laptop, just PCs crammed into a laptop case with external heat dissipation. More braking helped. I'm trying to push these corners too much. Gained a lot of time there. Lost a lot of time there. Now I overbraked. Or broke. Whatever is past tense for braking. That was better. I still miss the turning here. But I screwed the first corner, like lost more than a tenth there. That would be like almost 58 flat with a good first corner.
Well done, mate. This has been impressive, guys.
He sees mercilessly trying to save the rear tires. Okay, another low 58. Though the last one was a bit too wide on the first corner, so it was invalid. Wasn't not V-shape enough. Otherwise, this setup is very good. I will try one more thing. Let's first check the front suspension. Okay, bump stops are not activated. And I did not hear any bottoming out at the front, like very well. I could hear some, but I could not feel any issues. So I will try minimum V rate at the front. So let me check the dampers. I want more turn in. Yeah, the rear ones are a bit overdamped in the rebound. So I will decrease the rear rebound by 1. That will make the rear lift up a bit more. Like in turn in at turn 1. And probably we gained a bit combined softer front springs, more turning in. We will see. If it's too snappy, I have to either increase back the front wheel rate or the damper, because those two things does the same-ish in turn-in situation, of course, not everywhere. No start there. So I could decrease the front toe. I mean, increase it to the negative. But since it's a fast track, that will dip into our straight line speed a bit. And I want to get more rotation out of weight balance and not from making the tires suffer more. I like front, like not so much negative though. It makes the front wheel, I mean the steering wheel, having a much better feel. Tires are still flat, so I don't know yet. Feels great so far. Okay, like 2.5 times there. It was 2 with the last setup. hugged it too early. I thought I can do a bit of turning there to gain speed. Also, I will try a bit more toward the front. Just a tiny bit. So that one lap where I screwed up the 58.2. The first corner I screwed up, that was very, very fast in other parts of the track. So that will be a hard time to beat. But these few changes in the setup will make it possible. So it would be nice to go 57, but I don't think I can. That's over my limit. Maybe with a quali setup, but I usually not good with quali setups. Like when I did the spa setup, I could go into 15, but I screwed it up in the last corner. Then I got a few other shots getting a 15, but I always screwed it up somewhere. I'm just too bad pushing to my limit, like absolute limit. I am decent at driving below the limit, like a hair below, and do that sort of consistently. Three times there. If I would not screw that first corner in that great lap, that would be a sub 57. Hey, that was a decent lap.
Well,
And I immediately screwed up the nest. Alright, let's save it and try a quality setup. Some negative rear toe, that much. Camber. More toe at the front and one less wing. And of course, fuel. Sorry. Quali. And STC and ABS. Probably I have to increase back the rear wing, but we will see. This rear toe, negative rear toe drives horribly. I hate it every time I have to do it for quali setups. Nope. Cool tires yet? Oh, okay. Back to TC6. Skill issue. So probably what I will do is decrease the TC here to 5 and not drive like an idiot. Can I go back somewhere? Yep, here. So 5 for this corner. Exit here because TC6 really kills a lot of exit speed there, and use TC6 everywhere else. I never bother with such things in race setups, but for quali and for like free laps you can do it. if it has a meaningful gain. Too late on the power. A bit of an extreme line, and I screwed it up here. Why I was 2.9 tenths above and forgot the TC. Never mind. The quali setup is fast. Maybe I can do 57. Still gained a lot of time, despite that hitting that curb like an idiot.
Got on my personal fastest lap.
Okay, we can decrease... No, we cannot decrease the fuel by 1 full liter, because that would just run out. This is 6. Save the setup. Also, let me check the tires. They had no chance to warm up completely. Save the quali setup. And just push it. Should I try one less rear bump stop range? Yeah, let's try it. It's a quali setup, tires doesn't matter. Okay, let's go. One easy lap. By the way, I ignore the left half meter there at the entry because there's a huge one there and I hate that. TC decrease here. Yeah, much better exit with TC5 there. If you have a sprint race, you can do that during sprints with the race setup easily. If you want to bother with changing the TC in every lap twice, it's fine. If you don't want to bother, you don't lose that much pace there. Tires are still cold, but I try to push this lap. Too much. Oh. Okay. Cold tires did not like that. Again. Hey there, Debladry. How are you? And as you could see, guys, I told you I suck at hot lapping. But nonetheless, I want a 57 now. Never done a 57 on Silverstone, probably. I mean, aliens probably do it on a race stream, but probably that's the fuel. I don't know. Although on this track the tow can help a lot. Time. Two corners are so mad. In real life my neck would probably snap there. No TC5 yet. Saving the tires. Squeeze it up a bit. Never mind. No, I did not try the LMS yet. Or LMU, sorry. I'm very occupied with ACC. That was a bad corner. Never mind, our tires are still not up to the pace, so maybe I'll not push this lap anymore that much. Also, since there are no dedicated servers for LMU, it's a bit like no point to dig into it, in my opinion. Did you, by the way? Okay, next chance. Hearts are still a bit cold, although they shift around during the whole lap, so who knows? Okay, bit better. Then I had to do a tiny bit of lift. That was a bit too much. Eventually. Patience. For God's sake. First corner is my nemesis. With this car. With other cars it's usually a bit better. Yes. Yosha, it's super long. Fourth gear is 245 or something like that. Fifth gear is 285. The only time I had to use it is with two wings probably in Nordschleife in a cold session in the dip at the end of the Hohe, and only for the dip. So uphill I had to keep it in fifth. It's just insanely long. Basically this car is a 5-gear car. But if you get used to it, it's not as annoying as you would think. Probably on a few tracks it would be a bad thing, like having these long gears. But mostly I did not find an issue with it because the car has so much torque, it just powers out from low RPM. Not an issue. Also, having that long 6th gear could be like good for tire saving, fuel saving. So like following someone in a straight with the toe, you can just shift to 6th gear and save some tire fuel. So consider it as an option, not as a disadvantage. Probably with very aggressive setups you cannot even use the first gear, so with those setups this is a 4th gear Murica car. We'll try to introduce even more entry rotation there for the first corner. I don't know yet. I try to make a good lap with it, with this setup, then I will try like messing with the dampers. The issue is you need an out lap and another lap to have proper tire temps to have basically 2 chance for having a very good lap. And at the second one it's like meh. The tires start to get a bit slower. For God's sake. I hate that corner. The car drives so great everywhere else, I don't want to change the setup for that one fucking corner. Shot it a bit. Oh yeah, this quali setup can easily do 57s. Issue is I cannot. That was not horrible, far from good. Shoot it a tiny bit. Okay, the quality setup is officially not slow. Let's try more rotation. Yeah, like that. And even more extreme toll. Worth a try. But Evo 1 is sub 58, so 57th without an issue. Bit a proper driver. It's my skill issue that I had needed a lot of laps to reach that, but the car and the setup is very capable. Easier in the first lap. By the way, chat, after this, any other request than Red Bull Ring? Because Red Bull Ring and Alton is on the priority list anyways. So if we have a few requests for a track. Good evening, Opa. I would gladly do it. Okay, the car did gain a lot of rotation. Question is, can I control it? And is it faster? Let's see the turn one turning. It would have been much better. Apart from my skill issue and the lowish tire pressures. So I will not push this lap. Can definitely feel the dynamic rake here, having more rake. In Maggots and Buckets, I think that's the name. By the way, the acceleration is not hairy, like there's a few places where I can feel it could be a bit too much, but overall it's not difficult to drive still. Much better there. 1.5 times better. Hey there. Sorry, I am very much concentrating now. Wrong button, and I think I screwed up. Yeah, I just fucked it up because I forgot the TC5. And rotated the wrong dial. I could not concentrate nicely enough. Alright, we have one more lap to go. Way better there. Still does not want to turn in, don't get me wrong. But it's less awful. Don't forget the T's in the straight. Okay, I think this will be my last lap, and this quali setup is great. 57.3, like holy shit, that's a very good lap for me. Very, very good lap for me. Holy shit. That was tense, sorry guys. Like watching the delta going down and down and down and down. Yeah, it was purple everywhere. Well, like first corner, no questions. Then Beckett's was great. Second was very good. I don't know how much time I lost up the slow left-hander. Probably none. That was a very, very small bump. And the last sector was also very good. So let me check LFM times for this track. Like I did not expect to go that low. LFM says Silverstone 57.95. Fastest race lap time on LFM is 57.79. So what? Oh, that's Suzuka, sorry. 56, 57, okay. That's very fast. 15, what? Yeah, 56, 57. For the McLaren, what else? Ferrari is 56.7. Vantage is 56.9. This car is a beast here, probably. I mean, it is going, well, I could push it below, much below the alien race pace. Let's double check that I saved the replay. And make the tires 44565055 44565055 free. Oh crap. I overwritten the race setup, so I will get that back from the stream. Luckily I was streaming, so I can get my own setup back. Yeah, so I have to get back the race setup. The quali setup is saved, and let me do just a few laps on Red Bull Ring to have feeling how fast it is. Red Bull Ring top average is 27.3, 28.2 is 101%. Anything below 28 is a good lap time here. I have to copy my base setup here manually because my batch file did not do that. Give me a second. I will have to make the folder. Yep, Red Bull Ring base. There you are. Okay, let's try. Well, I think we need more rake by default. Couldn't be a surprise. Otherwise, it is the base setup. $57 or what it was. That was a mad lap. EC2 at 0. Surprisingly great turning in there. Bit less surprising there. Horrible there. Hey, Linat. Sorry, I was a bit occupied with my Silverstone things. Okay, second gear there. Tires are cold. Oh, it's the cold session. Stupid me. Never mind. We still have a 2849 with a base setup and 1 psi less tires. Yeah, this car is stupid fast here. Like this much. This car is stupid fast here. Should I try less swing instead or max swing? It's a fast track and I don't know. I'm still a bit stoked about the Silverstone. I usually suck at fast tracks, so I was very surprised. This car is mad. Oops. This car is freaking mad. It's like nothing else changed from the base setup except rake and I think one last thing. And of course tire pressure, but I'm a bit all over the place. I should short shift on those two corners in the third at the acceleration part, because the initial rotation is very nice with second gear. Just a bit too much while driving the curbs. 28 rate. Reminder, it's still the base setup. Okay, I will check a few things in Motec first. Tire pressures, there were no loss, and we need one less at the front left. Although there's a 2.2 psi high peak, but that's in the straight, so one less at the front left, otherwise it's fine. And at the rear we need basically two more at the front left. Front rear. And let's save it as 0. Check the dampers, of course. Like usual, they are nice. They are a bit undampened, but symmetrical and good. What I felt, and that's an issue, is there were a few places, like in turn 3, which is, in my opinion, 2 is 2. It was very wackish under this braking, no, not this one, but braking here. I tried to mitigate the issue with driving with one hand, one tire, my front right tire on the strip. But I would say I will increase the front right height by 1 millimeter. That sometimes do miracles. I will max the rake and increase the front wheel rate. That will squat the car more under acceleration, so we can keep the TC5 and not have that many oversteer issues. There was not much, but I was complaining in my head in a few corners. Also, we have basically zero bottoming out. There's a few here, but this is the straight. So bump stop 5 is great. I will even try bump stop 4 and less rate. That will engage them sooner, but softer, so we will have more squatting in the low speed part, and probably the 4 keeps it higher in the high speed part. So basically we gain low speed out of the corner traction there without sacrificing cornering at the mid to high speed. Yeah, sure, shifting there to third is great. Although we still have low tire pressures, but usually they suffer more in high speed because they don't have sidewall support like higher tire pressures. Yep, better traction there. You can see at the delta we are decreasing. That was one part where I wanted more out of corner traction. Bit too early turn in. That was driver issue. Yeah, short shifting here is great too. And here too. It's very like stable and fast way to take those corners. Rotate in second gear. Short shift to third to accelerate out. The more rake definitely has there turning in. Was not as fast as my fastest turn in, but was not that good in track usage either. But it was much easier to handle. much better there. As you can see, delta is going down. Like, it was +2, gained 700 then, just by making the rear one softer and more dependent on first gear acceleration here too. So that was my goal with softening the rear compared to the front. We can probably try second gear acceleration now here with the softer, I mean stiffer front springs pushing the rear down, squatting more, having better traction. We're trying second gear acceleration then. Very natural in that corner too. Probably that 1mm right I had a bit. Not much, but sometimes it really does wonders. Okay. Similar entry exit as with my best one, but it was much easier as I said. I get hooked up at the exit of the curb. These curbs does not look big, but when you just put your right tires too much to the left of them, they will push down you to the left. Like here I could not turn in, and when I do it just snaps a bit. So I basically used too much of the curb, not due to track limits, but due to sacrificing my ability to turn in. I did explain that in the track guide I did a few months ago. Okay, let's try to make a decent lap. Not like that. That was unexpected. That was very unexpected. But for the Mustang, what? Oh, unexpected for Mustang. Yeah. Well, it was unexpected for this Mustang setup. But yeah, the car tends to break loose. If it would have enough steering wheel rotation, it would be a great drift car. But that effort goes to the two other V8 brethren, the Jag and the Bentley. Because the Jag is the best drift car in the game currently, due to it having 720 degrees of wheel rotation and 10 steering ratio. Bit too early turn in. I think I'm getting tired. I had a very mad week. A lot of, apart from doing day-to-day work and householding, I had a lot of university things to do. And the 4 just released, so I was driving that a lot. and ERA just started the season. So my sleep times are a bit low. Okay, one last try. But the setup starts to be decent. It still needs a few things to iron out. Is the apex a tiny bit there? Okay, 1.8 flat. Not a finished setup, but if anyone wants to try it. There you go. I don't mind asking. I am attending as an electrical engineer. And I have this semester before my last one. And the previous and this one is just mad hard. Like currently I am designing a CPU card. It's an old one, like Z80 processor, but still 40 years ago, very, very smart people did this. And I'm not that smart, so I'm suffering with it, but I do my best. Also, it's very interesting, but it's a lot of time. Like I put more than 20 hours into the schematics, and it's still not perfect, and timing diagrams are still have to be done, and a few exams. So yeah. Okay. So OBS is suffering. It says it loses connection, which is weird. Anyways, thank you guys for joining in, and I will release the Silverstone setup today because I'm really glad how that turned out. Like that lap of 27:34 is just, for me, is stupid fast. So I'm very happy with that. I also just made a screenshot, although I should do it in a pit so I know which track it is. Yeah. So I will release this today. Also 28 low was with the race setup, and I think I could do 28. I think this was the race lab. Or this, or some of these. I could do like 28 flat, like pushing it. Never mind. That lap was very nice, so showcasing with that would be great. And as I said, I wish you a nice evening and have a good night. So I will check your Oh, fellow engineer. Yeah, I am really interested in mechanical engineering too. I won't say I will attend to a second uni, but I would love to learn. Also, I would love to learn machinist things like mm, uh, how do they call them? Like turning metals and other things like shaping metals with different kind of CNC machinery and manually and things like that. That would really interest me, but at the moment I have so many hobbies and this YouTube thing really occupies me too. I am doing sports meanwhile, work, uni, etc., etc. So yeah, I am having time issues, but I love it. I just need more sleep now a bit. So have a good night, guys. Later.